Gemini. Welcome, my dear friend, to Eureka Elementals. Thank you so very much for joining me. I do hope whatever this finds you doing well, whatever time, space, place, or dimension this finds you. All right, well, this will be your June Dragon reading. We're going to start out with the Star Dragon, getting the overall theme. We're going to look into the 4 weeks of June, utilizing my favorite decks, the Chinese 5 elements. Clarify with the tarot. We're also then going to just shuffle and see whatever comes out for your career and life, and also for your soulmate. We will then conclude with the Dragon Rider's Oracle, who is your ride or die for the month, who's helping you cross over the finish line. All right. And without further ado, Gemini, thank you so much for joining me. Let's jump right on in. All the cards have already been shuffled. The energies have already been cleared. Who is Gemini's? I said Gemini's. Ride or die. And it is 20. Returning. That's your ride or die, but your overall energy. So for the month of June, right? You're planning, there's a returning, right? You're going with the flow. You're finding that inner flow. Hearing the flow with the glow. So there is a flow to this energy right now that you're in. And you're really coming back to self. Okay, this returning. I do like the 2. It tells me that you are seeking internal harmony, internal balance. So it's returning to self. Returning to your own flow, your own divine and unique flow. Very good for you. Congratulations on that. All right. Next, we're going to look into the weekly, not the weekly spreads, per week, right? Your first week, beautiful, 41, the Wood Dragon. We are in the year of the Wood Dragon, and you're being told you have the strength. The number is 5. So 41 reduces to a 5. So, of course, whatever changes are happening right now and whatever challenges that is going on, it is for your best. You are being stretched to exponential growth. If you look really closely, you see the infinity sign right here, okay? And so that is letting you know that you're going to be infinitely blessed with strength, and this strength is coming in quickly, right? So Wood Dragon, for you to start out, you're summoning strength. Okay. The second week, your potential blessings as well is that you're playing with the waves. You're learning to be more playful. Embrace that inner child. The number is 59, which reduces to a 14, which again gives you back that 5. So you have a lot of mirror energies going on. Essentially, you've got 5 or 41 14 or 14 41. So I don't know if you're 41 years old. You were born on the 14th of the month, or whatever the case is, or 59, you're embracing life at that age more playfully, but you're playing with the waves. You're embracing that inner child. The third week, right? It's number 7, which is about your transformation, right? You're standing in your power. You're defying the odds from a spiritual perspective. It's Firebird, seek and you shall find. But this is also, your third week is essentially your challenge position as well. So you're being on a quest, right? To really seek and return and find your inner self. Go back to who you are, your higher self. Tap into your highest form of yourself. So you're really being called to do so at this time. This is in your challenge position, but again from a monthly perspective. Okay, by the 4th week you have this balance, and it comes with the Wood Pig. You are moving up the vortex. The number is 12, which reduces to a 3. Okay, so you are really at that point really tapping into creating, right? And that's a beautiful thing. Once you start creating this good energy, you're going to move up the vortex. Again, once you seek and find yourself, return and going with the flow, you're tapping into your own energy, and that allows you to move up the vortex because now you're at a higher frequency. You are now in attuned with the infinite spiral, the Fibonacci sequence of the universe. So you're tapping into that higher vortex energy within, and kudos to you for doing so. Okay, lastly, your affirmation for the month is number 31, wood horse, right? Live and love joyfully. What is it telling you? To live and love joyfully. You are a freedom loving person by nature. Okay, so even if you return and going with the flow, you're supposed to do so joyfully. You're supposed to engage with life joyfully. Lots of hues of oranges and reds here. So you might be dealing a lot with the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra right now, doing a lot of healing in those areas. Okay, and it's helping you to tap into that primal necessity that you had at the formative stages of your life, to really then learn to live and love joyfully again, like a child, tapping into that childlike playful energy, which you really started to do the second week of June. Okay, now let's get some tarot to clarify. These cards again have already been shuffled. This is for my Geminis. Okay, clarifying the first week, you have the Eight of Wands. So it's kind of interesting because look at that. It's almost like if it's coming in quickly, right? The strength that you need, that you're summoning, it's rapid. It's rapid. And you can see that as well. It's almost like it's a mirroring of this as well with the energies, right? So it is really exponential, rapid movement, an action that you're going to have to take, that's going to require you to have strength, to summon that strength within. Again, it's taming the lion within yourself, right? Really and truly. When you think of even the strength card, typically in tarot, it is taming the beast within, okay? But you're going to have to do so quickly. You might have decision after decision to make or something like that, where you're going to have to summon that strength within, okay? The second week, right, the blessing is that you're playing with the waves, because why? There may be chaos. Okay, we have the Five of Wands in the background, so even though I'm hearing it's like Nero. I'm seeing Nero. I don't know why, Gemini, I'm seeing Nero, but I'm seeing Nero where the city is burning and he still wants to enjoy himself and play and have fun. And maybe this is an energy that's what's around you right now. I don't know why that came to mind. That is so far-fetched, but this is what I saw my first eye. I saw Nero and he's playing jovially in the palace, and all around him everything is going up in flames. So play with the waves and tap into your inner child, but not to the point of your detriment where your life is being destroyed, and you've reached a point of you have completely withdrawn from the 3D reality of your life. You're like, I really don't give a shit what happens, let it burn. And that may be what your inner child wants you to do. Just start afresh and anew and just let the shit burn. So not calling for violence or anything. I'm just seeing what I see. Okay, Firebird, and interesting I said let it burn, because I completely forgot about the Firebird in your challenge position for week 3. Seek and you shall find. So you're really tired of playing, what I'm kind of getting from this, you're tired of playing the 3D games. It's a lot of, you're tired of playing and having to ride the waves of all of these deceitful people around you. There's a lot of deceit in your life right now. You're like in a den of thieves, and you're surrounded with people who are, everybody is out for themselves. So you really can't trust anyone. This is a competitive, dog eat dog, vicious, everybody's trying to climb on each other's back. And you long for the days where you can just have, the dog is here for a reason, to be around loyal people, who just really wish to engage in fun play without all of this backbiting competition. So wow, okay, I don't know why that came to me, but it did. And the seek and you shall find, is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. The divine wishes for you to make better choices. This is again in your challenge position in week 3. Because you're around such energies and you may have a lot of swift decisions to make and you can't trust anybody around you, you can no longer trust what man is saying, right? Because all man is doing is in conflict and fighting. Okay, there's a reason why these cards match, right? They're in conflict and fighting. And what you have to do is really tap into spirit, tap into the divine. So you're going to have to go within. You're going to have to go within and make, better balanced decisions. Really make higher minded decisions and priorities that really are more centered on your higher self, right? Returning to self. The Two of Pentacles, which is the 20, reflects to the 20. You're returning, going with the flow, returning to your higher self, okay, from a higher mind perspective. So that's what I see with that one there. Now in week 4, your balance, once you do that, you're moving up the vortex. It allows you, again, and I say, if you raise your energy, you can move up the vortex and get into a better frequency, going back to that return of self. That is clarified by the Seven of Swords. You're gonna have one of two of it. If you don't do that, and it may require, actually, what they're telling me, it's going to require for you to engage in stealthy behavior. You're going to have to move in silence. You're going to have to move up the vortex, but move in silence to do so. Why do I say so? Because again, you are around tricksy. I'm hearing tricksy people. There are people around you that are very tricksy and like I said, conniving. So because you're around people like this, whenever you move, right, you're around these backbiting people. Whenever you move, okay, you have to literally, you're surrounded by Five of Wands. You've got to move in silence so that you can move up the vortex. You can't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. I hope this makes sense. Okay? I hope this makes sense. You cannot let the left hand know what the right hand is doing, because you are, everywhere you turn, you're, like I said, you're in a den of vipers. Okay? And the wood horse, right? The at the end of all of this, right, to live and love joyfully. This happens, this is your affirmation. If you make it to the end of it, because you've returned to yourself, right, you've returned it to yourself so that you can live and love joyfully. This happens because essentially you now have that mental clarity, that Ace of Swords, the divine. You're now connected. Once you move up the vortex and increase your frequency, you have now connected with the divine. I'm hearing reconnected, because for a long time you have not been connected to the divine. And so once you're able to move away from these people and get your frequency higher, you will then have that breakthrough, that mental clarity that allows you to tap back into the divine so that you can return to yourself, right, and live and love joyfully. So this is how the divine is hoping to work in and through you in the month of June. Okay. Right. And if Gemini, if this has resonated with you, do me a proper and go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe for me. Also, don't forget to hit the notification. Okay, with that being said, let's see what is happening in Gemini's life and career in the month of June. Oh my goodness, Gemini, you have a lot that plopped out. I don't even know if I should take all. This is too much. This is too much. I'm gonna hit the. Wow, this is a lot. I may just, okay, they're telling me to keep it because it's important and it's your birthday month. If it wasn't your birthday month, Gemini, I wouldn't have kept it. But there's a lot that actually came out. Wow, that is a lot. Okay, so put it all on the table. If you have demands to make, put them on the table and be serious about your intentions. And that includes at work. So if you need to get a raise, ask for it. You have a new life that is trying to make its way to you, a fresh start, right? Or bring a fresh perspective to something, okay? You may also get a tempting job offer or a new place. Next, right? You have to put things in perspective. So you have to change the way you look at things. You have been, you need to see everything in a brand new light. That is that mental clarity that has to come into you at this particular time. That mental clarity. So you're meant to have this mental clarity at this month, and this will help you get to where you need to be. Okay? Independence, right? It's time to go out on your own and create your own business. We see that because we already know that you are freedom loving. Cats and horses are known as fiercely independent animals. So that clarifies that as well. Next, you need to cultivate. It says you are in the growing phase right now, and you must continue to water the seeds you've planted in order to reap the rewards. Keep pushing through. Keep pushing through. Once you have that new perspective, it's a game changer for you. It really is. So keep tapping in, seek and you shall find. I'm being told to cultivate your mind. Cultivate your mind. Cultivate your mind. You really have to tap in to the divine. Tap into the divine to cultivate your mind. Seek and ye shall find. Tap into the divine, cultivate your mind, seek and ye shall find. And that is what I hear. Okay? So you have to that has to be cultivated. And again, you have freedom again. You missed your freedom. It says you need to make more to have more flexibility in your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal, right? Time off will help you get it clear. So you really are missing or thriving the need for freedom at this particular time. Whatever you're doing, and with all of these energies that have you in this conflict, it is really cramping your life, is what I am hearing. Okay? Now, if you have a soulmate situation, what is the soulmate message? That one flew, but it didn't land. It did fly. So let me see. Surprise! Get ready to receive something special soon that expresses how I feel about you. The gift could come in any form, in the physical or spiritual realms, and it will bring us closer. The romantic gesture, 3D communication, or telepathic communication is on its way to you. So if you are in a soulmate situation, that's what you're going to have. You're going to have a soulmate surprise. Okay? At the top of the deck, just in case, it says, our love is real. And at the bottom of this deck, if my fingers will let me get to it, again, communication. So there are two cards here that are inferring that there'll be some type of communication with a soulmate this month. Now, let's see, Gemini, who is your ride or die? And it is Freya and Egelsteld. Okay, number 33, the master teacher. Very interesting. So you're being told the answer to the question, what is my task, can only be found on the battlefield of life. Only the courageous will discover it. And I'm being told to read regarding Freya, Freya. I was mixing her up with Frida. Please bear with me. Okay. Freya and Elskaeld. Thank you. I didn't chop off my tongue while saying that. Freya and Elskaeld. Okay. All right. Freya is the goddess of love, beauty, femininity, and fertility, and the sorceress and leader of the Valkyries. As a Valkyrie and the goddess of war, she arrives in the afterlife of a battle to take half of the fallen warriors to Folkengar, the heavenly field over which she rules, where she will celebrate Sesu Ru Miner, her feasting hall. Odin takes the remaining half of the fallen warriors to Valhalla. The rune of this Nordic goddess is Fehu, also the first in the runic alphabet. Fehu promises a reward for all that is achieved and for every person who follows their own path with courage. So all along, you were being asked to return to yourself, to go with the flow, and to follow your own path with courage, right? Okay. It represents prosperity and abundance in all aspects and the promise that anything is possible. Fehu will lead you into the unknown and show you that you can master, tame, and command everything. What did I say that you have to do? The wood dragon, you're going to have to find that inner strength and tame the beast within. We discussed this, right? You're going to also have to find the strength, to have the strength to tame the beast within, the very start of this month. So again, you're going to have many things and energies coming at you. You're going to have to tame that beast within. Very interesting. Okay. This rune resonates with the completion of a development, the conclusion of a path, and at the same time also shows that something new is about to begin. Work with Fehu. Draw its shape on your body and visualize it in your meditation. A message from Freya. Be courageous as you walk your destined path and you will discover your true identity. Only the self-aware can understand and answer to the question, what is my task? Life is constantly creating new situations. Do not mourn for what is past and is lost, but instead focus on what can now be gained. You know, that is one of the best advice anyone can give you. Be in the present, live in the now. The past is the past, okay? You have to be brave, just here. Be brave and dedicate yourself to living life. Be receptive to the impulses seeking to guide you to happiness and abundance. Be free from fear, for I am here holding my protective shield around you. The brown dragon accompanying Freya is called Elska Eld, which translates to fire of love. A message from Elska Eld. Ascending, life-renewing energies are flowing to you today and will surround you and will do so tomorrow. Be alert and open to them. It is time to unite the power of the four elements within you so that you can become the sum of their magic and shine in your pure creative power. And you know what, Gemini, aren't you the magician? And tarot, the master of all of the elements? It's so true. So there are no mistakes here, right? Freya and I will protect you during this process. Light a candle at each of the 4 points of the compass. Visualize the Star of David above your head and meditate. Okay? And that is the exercise that is recommended for you, Gemini. And with that, that is your message. You have a lot of beautiful things ahead of you, a lot of work, but all of it is telling you that ultimately you're on the path to essentially reclaiming who you are. Go with the flow, right? Because right now you're really in the battlefield of your life. Remember that, okay? But you're here for a new life as well, and it's on its way. Thank you, Gemini. Have a good day.